Hello, my dear farmers. This is a good day, and in many things that I normally do, today I thought of doing something. It may look so simple, but it's very important for you that you have invested in Wambugu Apples, for you that you want to invest in Wambugu Apples farming. Today we are talking about the flowering. I'll mention about flowering. How long does it take to flower? I also mentioned about after flowering, how long does it take for the flower to become a fruit that you can crunch? And again, does all flowers that show up becomes fruit? So these are some of the things I wanted to touch on, so that when you see the flowers, you don't panic. When you see the flowers, you just know that this is what is supposed to happen, or this can happen, or this may not happen. So that's why today the ambassador is here, and I'm in the office, and today I want to touch on that topic. So now, when you see this plant here, and I know one or two people will ask, how old? So before I mention anything else, I need to answer that question, how old? So this tree is about now 3 years, heading to 3 years, about 2 months, 2 years and some, maybe 7, or we can call it 3 years. So that's how old it is. And this is not the first time for this tree to fruit. It has been fruiting, and I want to use it because this is a flowering time, and I know most of the farmers. Today is 8th of October. So that you don't think that this video was done last year. So today is 8th of October 2024. So even if you see it at whichever time, you know that at this point, this tree was 3 years. So most of the farmers, this is a flowering time. And I wanted to mention what you should do, or what to do, or what do you expect to do at this stage of flowering. One, I'll mention that you need. There's an aeroplane, so I need to sing before it goes, because you not hear what I'm talking about. That is a little girl in a basket. I still remember my nursery teacher. She used to tell me, oh, it's gone. Back to class. So now I was talking about what to expect when planting. When the flowers comes out. I would say that one, you ensure that watering is happening, because if this tree will be suffering from what now? From watering. I'm telling you, the flowers that you're seeing here, they will not become fruits. And I think I've mentioned before that when Wambugu apple is flowering, the flowering, the point that you're seeing giving you flowers, they are normally 5 or 6. So whatever point like this one you're seeing, they are about 1, 2, 3. When you count, those are 6 or 5 fruits. So if you don't water well, you can see my ground is very, very wet, because we are already in flowering point or flowering season. So you ensure that the ground or the plant is not suffering from watering. So ensure the watering is done very well at this point of flowering. Please, that is a point to really note. And given that it's flowering, I'm assuming that before flowering, like this one we had harvested before, I'm assuming that before the flowering happened, you had applied well decomposed manure, because that is the food that this plant is using. So I'm just hoping and praying, God, that you did it. Personally, I did it, and that's why I want to give an example of this. So one, I mentioned, if you see like this branch, just this one, this point of flowering I mentioned is not just one fruit. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are 5 fruits. So if this one have 5, this one have 5, this one have 5, 5, just this branch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, even without counting this, those are 10. So 10, you multiply by 5. Just this small branch will give you 50 pieces of fruits. If this plant was well fed, there's a lot of water in it now because it's flowering, then you get 50 fruits with if there will be no abortion. So imagine just this which I'm holding is 50 fruits. What about other branches like this one? Oh my goodness. When I tell you that Wambugu apples can give you over 300 fruits, now this is what should happen. So if that one it has 50, this one has a lot, and I'm not in a hurry today. I want to take you bit by bit. So we are assuming there are 5, even if there are 6. Let's assume that they are just 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh my goodness. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27. Those are 27. Now 27 multiplied by 5. How am I going to know that? But just multiply. 27, let's even call it 20, because not all the flowers that will resort to fruit. Let's talk about 20. Now 20 multiplied by 5. I think that one is simple. These are just simple arithmetics. So 20 multiplied by, did I say 20 multiplied by 5? That's 100 from one branch. This one has 50. So already that is 150. I've not counted the other branches. I'm just going to assume that you can understand how it is. So at this point of 3 years, you are able to get, I've not counted the other ones, 150 pieces. So out of that, per piece in Kenya is about, let's even give it at 20 shilling. So let's assume those are 150, you multiply by 20 shilling. So you can imagine how much you can get. So, and that one, the Wambugu apples can give you minimum 2 times in a year. So when I talk about flowering, this is a very critical point, or this is a very critical stage, because this is what will guarantee you to get the numbers I'm trying to mention. And that's why I'm here, we listen together. So when you see me here, I'm also taking care of my life, because there are a lot of bees there are a lot of bees making some movement here, and they are in business also. So if you're there and you have a beehive, or you don't have a beehive, please put a beehive somewhere, because Wambugu apples flowers, they attract a lot of bees, a lot. You see them maneuvering here and there, and hey, like this one is going. So if they're doing a lot of pollination, the bees move from one flower to another, from one tree to another, so that one will be able to see. And if you don't see bees in your farm, please know that is something not good happening, because the pollination may not take place. And Wambugu apples or apple farming need a lot of close pollination. So now, from the flowering, the one this is the bee. Wow, you're just here. Wow, I just love you. Thank you for doing the right business. I didn't know I'll meet it. I wanted to touch the flowers, but then I saw him. Look at him. Yeah, he's here. So already the bees are around. So that's why I keep like doing like this. But anyway, right now they cannot harm you. They only harm you when you go to their hives. But here, they know they are in business. You see how they are doing the pollination? It was here, now moved to here, and then it will move here to another tree. So I wanted to touch this before I met someone doing his or her own business. So the 5 flowers we are seeing here, before these flowers to become fruit, I want to give you the right duration. From the flowering to becoming fruit, to becoming these fruits you're seeing, it takes 3 months. 3 good, hey, you are still here. They take around 3 months. So when you see the flowers like this and they open up, please don't be in a hurry. There's no hurry in Africa. So they will take about 3 months. So, some of the people, because I have been doing videos, and they will ask, Kate, my flowers are dying. Then I ask the person or the farmer, please share with me the photo so that I see and advise. But you know what? The person who said me like this, oh, let me use this, but this, yeah, like this, let me use this. They said me some flowers, some flowers looking like this. I don't know whether you'll be able to see. Let me hold here. She or he will send me some flowers looking like this. And when I see this, I tell the person, oh my goodness, this is quite okay. Because already the fruit has started forming. So when they see this, of course, these flowers we're seeing here, they will be able to, this is a process. They will forever not be flowers. But I love my farmers because sometimes not out of that you know that you want to ask, but sometimes there are people who don't know. But the flowers, they try, you see, they are trying to dry off because their business is done. So whenever you see some flowers trying to dry off, there are those flowers that die, literally dying. But when you see them like this, they are already forming the fruits. And once they form the fruits, then these flowers, they will start dying off, and at the end they will just die off. When you see these flowers here, you may think the flowers are dying off, but it's because the formation of the fruit is already coming. So it's the business of the flowers now to move out. So that, or this, is how from the flowering to this. But I understand there are some of the flowers that will not make it. There's that insect has some yellow and black, yellow and some black colors. When you see them in your fruit, sometimes I see them as if they suck. I also need help in this. They suck a lot of juice from the flowers, and later on you see all the flowers have dried off. So that's a problem that we may not, we need to know how to take care. But if you are able to get such a shade net, it can keep them off. And then on the ground you put the bird net, because the bees need to come out. You cannot cover the whole farm with a shade net. Please note my terms, the shade net. If you do that, then the bees will not be able to come, because like our net here is about 60%. So if you put 60% on top, it will help an area like our own in Laikipia, which is very, very dry, or which is an arid place. But also it will help with that shade, so the trees can be able, the water will not evaporate so quickly. But also you cannot cover literally even the sides with the shade net. On the sides, because of the birds also getting in, you cannot leave it open. If you want to do away with those, that insect that has, is it an insect? Because it's a big one. How do I call it now? God help me. It's I don't know. I know most of you have seen it on the mangoes and the apples also. It has a jacket, black and yellow. So you can do the bird net at the sides, so that the birds can also not get in. But there are people who don't suffer from that, so you can just make it open. So now I have shown you from the flowering, it takes 3 months for it to become, such big fruits. Once the flowers start forming, I'll need to remind you that you need to do a lot of water regularly, not like every day. After every 3 days, you water. And watering should happen in the evening. Mostly in the morning, when it is hot, the water will just evaporate. But when you do it in the evening, the tree will be able to enjoy the watering the whole night until tomorrow. If it is hot, the evaporation starts taking place. So I've shown you a well-managed tree giving more than one branch, giving 50 fruits. Now, there's something I did, and I did it practically by pruning. Pruning has also triggered this kind of flowering. And most of the farmers that I'm working with here in Kenya and other countries, you can bear me witness. When you did what I showed you to do, you could see the flowers are massive. So there before, I didn't know much about the pruning. But when we started, I learned this and started pruning. the flowering has been happening well, and you could see because of the opening and then reducing the tiny branches, the fruiting, and the flowering is happening very nice. So for you that you have not done the pruning and the trimming, there are almost 3. Pruning, trimming and tipping, you need to start doing that. By trimming, I mean you cut on top. Like this branch, I had cut it on top. But look at that top has already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6 fruits already on that top. And below that point, you can see the kind of the flowering which is happening all through. So the more you reduce the branches, and when I mean, because maybe this someone who is seeing this the first time is removing the tiny branches happening. So you just cut them with the scatuas. You just remove, like these ones. You just remove them, and then you trim on top so that the tree can, first of all, give you enough and quality fruits. So I guess I've did the justice on the flowering. This one is very important because this is where, you'll be able to count your money. So if you lose your flowers, you're making your bank empty. Please make sure that you're doing what I'm saying. Application of manure prior to the flowering. The watering, like at least in a week, 3 times or 2 times, depending on the climate that you are in. So those are the things you're supposed to note. And I'm happy because I've seen you farmers do what I tell you to do. I'm just so proud of you farmers. Right now, as I said, today, the date of the day is 8th. I can see so many people sharing photos and some videos. Their Wambugu apple flowering massively. But it's a prayer now that you do the necessary. You can do the foliars, like the rabbit folia, those organic, because we maintain organic, because organic fruits are very quality. And also the prices are good. So if you have premium sizes, then there. So please do the right thing, because this is where you count your money. But my joy, my love to you is that you always, I see always even sending me videos that, Kate, I'm doing this. And after that, they succeed. So I'm just so proud of you farmers, because whatever I try, show you, you do it. And other farmers, they also share what they are doing and then succeeding. And also myself, I copy, because here is I help you, you help me. And then we smile, all of us, as we shine in Wambugu Apples. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'm just so proud. I just love you so much. Thank you for taking that moment, because it's not just you that you benefit this. I always mention your family, your society, your nation at large. It will be able to, everyone will be able to benefit. Imagine buying, maybe in your society, buying a quality fruit, buying organic, and then that person, after consuming, then her health improves. So this is amazing. This is what we are looking for, making sure that I'm healthy, and also I make sure that you are healthy. So thank you very much for taking that initiative. You that you want to plant Wambugu apples, just make a call through me, and then I'll be able to deliver. We normally deliver to the world. Yes, so we do that, and I normally travel. So thank you very much. And it also is a journey that we try to work together so that you can be able to succeed. Thank you very much. I love you. And thank you for watching. And until next time, please keep safe. Keep crunching. Thank you.